Good morning. Today I wanted to dive a little bit deeper into something in a concept that I think is misunderstood quite often, which is the concept of identity. I know that in coaching, a lot of the work that is done is about trying to find out who you are. Let's put it like that. What is it that you like? What is it that you don't like? Where do you come from? Where do you want to go to? Who are you? What are your talents? What are your gifts? And I think this is incredibly important work. This is usually where I start with the women that I work with, because this is sort of the foundation from which you can actually take it a step further. But what I want to talk with you about today is that it is important to realize that an identity, so for example, I am a woman, I am a coach, I am introverted, I'm extroverted, whatever you want to put in this framework or in this web of identity. These things, this concept of identity on itself is a very limiting concept, because what happens most of the time is that we start to believe that this is the only way in which we can be. I am introverted and therefore I do this, this, and this, and this. And therefore I cannot do this, this, and that. But the thing is that you are not your identity. There is something within you that has nothing to do with all those external factors, so to say, with your behavior, with your thoughts, with your emotions, or even with your body. And the example that I always give to explain this, because I know it's quite a abstract thing to consider, is that if tomorrow we chop off your leg, you are still you. And if the day after we paint your hair purple, you're still you. And if the day after you decided that you're done with being an introvert, but instead you want to be an extrovert, you are still you. If the day after you completely change your opinion on whatever thing that's going on in the world right now, you are still you. People might perceive you as different, but you feel that within you, you are still you. You are still there. So there's this essence, this core, this place within you that has nothing to do with all those external factors. You can call it your soul, you can call it your core, your spirit, your essence, whatever you want to call it. And this is what I mean with when we do the work, we're peeling off those layers. So first we establish, what does it mean to be a human? What is the identity that we're assuming right now? And once we realize that this identity is not who we are, it's something that we can choose, it's something that can change according to what's needed, according to what the situation is asking from us. Once you realize that there's a distance between this identity that you're holding on to so tightly and the thing or the being that is actually you, once you realize that there's a distance between these two things, life is a party. Because you understand, not just rationally, but you feel that there is no limitation. There is no limit to who you can be or who you want to be. Of course, if you decide that tomorrow you want to climb the Mount Everest, then definitely you need to work on some things. I'm not saying it's that easy, but you need to understand that the more you hold on, the more you cling to this identity that is based on things that you have experienced in the past, things that other people have been telling you. Once you realize that you're holding on so tightly to this identity, you'll start to see how it's limiting you. And once you see that there's actually a distance between it, that you are not this identity, opportunities open for you. And this is really important to realize, because what I see happen a lot is that the work that we do is mostly revolved around this first part. So who am I? What do I want? What am I good at? What do I want to do in the world? Like I said, it's very important. But then I think the next level, so to say, is to take a step and realize that you are no one. You are not anyone. And therefore you are everyone. And this is where the magic happens. And the reason why I'm sharing this is because I see what's happening a lot. Like I said, this first part is getting a lot of attention. Moreover, extra stories are being added to it, especially in the coaching world and especially in like the spiritual community. I am a Egyptian goddess from past lives. I am a hypersensitive woman. I am this, I am that. On itself, there's nothing wrong with these experiences or with identifying certain structures or certain memories, maybe even in your life. I just want you to understand that every time you find something like that about yourself, whether it's a past life thing or a current life thing or something that happened in your family, there's no need to identify with it. You can observe it, you can make use of it in a way that, okay, having this knowledge, how does it support me now? But try not to add another layer to the onion that we're peeling off. Because that's what we're doing when we're doing this work, is we're peeling off the layers, finding our way back home to this essence, to this core that I'm talking about, where you have the ultimate, where you are the freedom and the love and whatever you are looking for. So be aware that whenever you're going through this work, that there's no need to add more stories to it. There's no need to become someone or to become special or to become whatever. It's about unbecoming. It's about becoming no one. It's about becoming so very unspecial, because you just are. Now this video obviously takes some time to just let these words, marinate for a bit. Try not to think about it too much, because it's not something that you can understand necessarily, but I just feel. Just feel this word, feel if something resonates. If you have a question about it, feel free to reach out. And just keep this thing in mind, or notice for yourself throughout the day, okay, where am I adding, chapters to my story, even though I actually want to do the opposite? Where am I feeding my identity? And therefore, where am I limiting myself more and more? So, like I said, if you have questions, let me know. If you want to dive deeper into this, also let me know. I would be happy to support you. And have a wonderful day.